What's going on, YouTube? Gabriel right here, represent PGA Tour Driven, the movement towards improvement. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the pre-shot routine, okay? So many times how we start influences how we finish. For instance, let's say you got a tournament coming up and the day before the tournament, you don't get a good dinner, you get a bad night's sleep, you wake up, your neck's bothering you, you don't get a good breakfast, you got a bad warm-up session, now you're doubting and confused on what the round's gonna be like. Me and you both know, before you even hit a shot off that first tee, that you're probably not gonna be able to play the best golf you can. So what does a pre-shot routine do for us? It gives us the opportunity, the chance to hit the best shot we can. Doesn't mean we always will, but at least we're giving ourselves the opportunity for success, gathering all the information and getting out of our own way. So the four things that I think that go into a pre-shot routine is what we're going to talk about today. And you guys, of course, if you have anything you think can help me or think I'm leaving out anything, leave a comment below. I think I just read a quote on Facebook that goes in the terms of, if you correct a fool, he'll get angry at you. And if you correct a wise man, he'll appreciate you. And I'm always looking to be corrected or to be helped. So don't think I know it all or this is the only way. This is just what I do when I think might help you guys. The four areas we're going to cover are course management, environmental conditions, seeing and feeling, and committing. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. This is what I think goes into a good pre-shot routine. Let's go. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is course management. I think this should definitely be considered into your pre-shot routine. For example, let's say I have a 330-yard par 4 and I get my driver 280 off the tee. You might not thinking a 50-yard shot into a green would be a bad shot, but let's say the pin's front, the greens are a little firm, and the green's slightly elevated. That's going to be a really hard shot for me to control the distance and get it stopped close to the hole without much green to work with and having them being firm. So I'd rather hit a hybrid off the tee, leave myself farther back, that way I can hit a more full wedge shot and be able to hit a little higher in the air with more spin. It's probably going to give myself a better opportunity to stop it close to the hole. Or let's say off the tee box, the fairway starts to narrow and a couple fairway bunkers come into play on the distance you hit it off the tee. We might want to eliminate that. So be conscientious of your course management and trying to eliminate trouble even before you pick a club. For me, that's why I like to always look at the pin locations on the green before I even tee off, depending on how short along the hole is. The next thing we're going to want to take into account is environmental conditions. How is the course playing? Are the fairways firm and fast or slow? Are the greens firm or are they soft? These are the type of things that's going to influence what shots I hit. Obviously, if I got 160 into the green, but the greens are really firm, I'm going to need to carry this 145. So these are the type of environmental conditions we want to be aware of. Now, the next thing I'm going to want to do is I want to get the yardage. I want to factor in wind and elevation. So let me show you what I mean. Right now we're just on the range, but this is honestly a great place to work on your pre-shot routine. That way you can get it down pat before you get on the course. So let's hit a yardage flag out there on the range. Okay, I got 163. And make sure whenever you're lasering, if you want to be precise, I'm lasering 163, but I'm going to hit from 161. So 161 to the pin. Okay, I like to take in account elevation changes, either uphill or downhill. I'd say it's about 2 yards downhill, so we're looking at 159 to the pin. Wind is coming a little cross, so I'm not going to really factor in knocking any distance off. Now, depending on if I hit a draw into this left to right wind, it could knock off some distance, or if I hit a fade, it could add some distance now. So also be aware, but those are the three main components I want to take into account: yardage, wind, and elevation. So 159. I'm going to kind of hit a straight ball into the wind and I let it fall to the right, so I'm just going to keep it 159. Now let's say the pin's back. I want to make sure I take a club that even if I hit it really good or too good, it can't go long and leave myself a short-sided pitch. So 159, I'm going to try to hit a little knockdown 8, a little smooth 75% 8, try to carry this about 155. And that's what I like to do, is once I get the yardage to the pin, I always want to make sure I get my carry yardage. I'm not just trying to hit this right to the pin, I want to carry yardage. So 155 is going to be my carry yardage. Okay, next thing I like to do is see and feel my shot. So I'll step up. I like to try to make a couple practice swings feeling the shot shape that I want to hit, feeling the swing I want to make, and then when I step back, I want to see and visualize the shot while picking out my intermediate target. So I'll step back. I want to see the shot, and now I'm picking out my intermediate target. Okay, now one of the other important aspects to this that I think we should all work on is how we step into the ball, because one of the main important parts to having a good pre-shot routine is making sure we're always aiming consistently with the shot we want to hit. What I mean is, it's not important to aim up straight at your target or parallel left. Great players like Lee Trevino can aim open, or Bubba Watson can aim open, or maybe a Sam Snead who aims close. Where you aim doesn't really matter, is as much as you aiming consistently the same way. And that has to do a lot with your setting up and how you walk into the ball, making sure you're doing that consistently every time. So for me, to help with my aim, I pick out an intermediate target. Okay, if you don't know what that is, let's say my ball's right here. And what I like to do is I like to line the shaft up. I wonder if I could do this on camera. I like to line, so if my ball is right, so if my ball's on the ground, right there where the club head is, then I want to line my shaft up between the ball and the flag. And the white flag is right, so now my shaft's over the ball and the white flag. And then I'm going to pick out the intermediate target in the line with my shaft, about right there. It's about 2 feet in front of my ball. So now I can aim the club face at that, and that lines me up to the target. So I like to take about 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. Put my right foot here, pick that intermediate target out, step in, pull the trigger. Pretty good shot. So that would be the last thing. So once we see it, okay guys, so once you get your feel down and your visualization, you got your walking good, we need to make sure we're always committed to the shot, okay? We're not doubting ourselves on what shot we have. And one of the other key aspects is being able to break away. So if we are doubting ourselves, or the wind shifts, or we don't feel comfortable over the ball, we have to be able to break ourselves from the shot, step back, regroup, and then step back into it, so we are comfortable and committed. Being comfortable and committed over the shot determines hugely how much and how good we're going to hit it. So you guys, that would be my tips for the day, okay? First thing, try to take into account course management, environmental conditions. Are the fairways firm? Are they soft? Are the greens firm or soft? Is there a lot of rough? Things I like to do next is factor in distance, elevation, and wind. How we step into the ball, being committed, but also being able to break away. And you guys, honestly, this is a good place to practice this on the range. Practice your pre-shot routine, going to different pins, different targets. And what I like to do is, pick a target, set up, and then put a club down and see where I'm aimed. That way I can make sure I can work on my aim on the range, so when I get into the course, everything is the same. The idea is to keep the subconscious mind going, not breaking with our conscious thoughts, and I think that will help you guys. Just to kind of ramble on, I think one of the things that would be okay is, for your waggles, I see a lot of guys in tour, they don't really have necessarily the same amount of waggles. Like Jason Duffner, sometimes he likes to waggle, 4 times, 7 times, 10 times. That doesn't really matter as much as it is just figuring out what shot you want to hit, the yardage, eliminating the trouble, and being committed. If you guys want to take a couple waggles or a couple more practice swings than you normally would, that's okay. The idea is just we want to be comfortable and committed to the shot we want to hit. So anyways, you guys, I hope that has helped you out. Just trying to share with you guys what I think, or what I do when it goes to pre-shot routine. You guys, please subscribe if you like this video. Tips, drills, instructions, player reviews, what's in the bags, course vlogs. And I'm also doing a golf giveaway this month. Let me show you what I got. I'm giving away this Buick Invitational signed flag. Got Phil Mickelson, John Daly, Ernie Els, Sergio, and Freddie Couple. So pretty cool. All you gotta do to win this is share this video on Facebook, subscribe, and like my Facebook page, and that's about it, you guys. So, like I said, thanks for watching PGA TD. People asking about the polos, coming soon. Memorial Day sale. Not much to it. Thanks for your support. I'm out of here.